What's up, guys? Coach Corinne and Emily here to talk to you guys a little bit about our KickStart challenge that we have coming up. It's a challenge that's going to involve 7 daily habits. There's sleep, exercise, mobility, hydration, supplementation, lifestyle, and nutrition. Nutrition's the big one here. So we're going to kind of break it down, explain to you guys how it works, how the point system works, what you can expect, and all that fun stuff. So, most importantly, to get started, there's a couple things you need to do. You'll need to get a waist measurement and upload that into Wodify Rise, which is the app where we're going to do all of our tracking for the nutrition challenge. You can do that yourself at home if you're comfortable, or if you want, one of your coaches can do it for you. You can also get a body scan. If you haven't had one recently, we would encourage you to do that. And if you are comfortable, take some before pics from the front, back, and side, right? And then the most fun part, we're going to do 100 burpees for time on Monday. What time on Monday?
We'll do it in all of our classes at the gym, and you can do this one at home, of course, if you're not coming to the gym or not a member of the gym.
All right, so let's dive into nutrition first, because that's the big one. That's the one that's going to take up the most time to talk about, and it's probably the one we're thinking about the most right now. So there are 3 key pillars to your nutrition in this challenge. We like to focus more on consumption-based goals when it comes to nutrition than exclusion-based goals. So you have 2 consumption goals in this challenge. One is going to be to eat 600 grams of vegetables every day, and the other is going to be to hit a custom protein target. That's going to be about 0.8 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass for women and 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass for men. The one exclusion goal that we're going to have you guys go for here is in terms of limited sugars. For women, we want to keep it under 26 grams of added sugars a day, and for men, that number is 38 grams. Now, we are flexible here when it comes to these nutrition goals. If you have something else you are working towards, or if you have specific goals, or maybe you're already working with a macros coach and you'd like to just continue to hit your said macros, or maybe you want to do keto during this challenge, we're willing to work with you guys. We just want to make sure if you are doing that, we're sitting down and we're laying out a plan, so that way you guys know what measurements you're looking for every day and what metrics you need to hit.
Yeah, to earn points for nutrition, to get a perfect score, 6 points would be a perfect score on nutrition per day, and you would want to hit 3 out of 3 if you were following CrossFit Brigade's nutrition plan. You'd need to hit the protein target, your 600 grams of it's vegetables and fruits, actually. So you get fruits too for that. And then it's keeping the sugars under the specific targets that we have for males and females. And then if you hit 2 of the 3, you can still get 3 points for the day. But if you don't, or you just hit 1 of those, then you would not get any points for that day, but you can get another chance tomorrow.
All right, so let's talk about another thing that I'm sure is on a lot of you guys' mind, alcohol. So here's how we are doing the alcohol allowance this year. You guys are allowed to have 1 beverage per day in exchange for all of your added sugar.
No bottomless glasses, though.
Yes.
No
no wine glasses. We're talking about, what is it, a 4 or 6 ounce pour?
Glass of wine, 1.5 ounce of harder liquor, and then like a 12-ounce beer.
Yeah, so you can still check all 3 boxes for your nutrition if that day that you decide to have a drink, you have no added sugar. It's possible. You have to be very careful. The idea is that alcohol is a splurge, so is added sugar. You can have one or the other, but we don't want to double dip there. And if you have more than 1 alcoholic beverage, you're not going to get kicked out of the challenge, but you will lose that 1 out of your 3 potential pillars for the day. All right, which will automatically dock you 3 points. So just keep that in mind.
Yes, it should help you to just be more judicious with your usage of added sugars and alcohols. And just to add on about the added sugars, we're looking for labels. You're not going to added sugars will not be in any of the whole food sources that we're pushing you towards in this challenge. So it's very simple. If you are just basically eating all whole foods, you have nothing to be concerned about. It's when you start looking at your bars, your yogurts, your almond milks, your organic labeled stuff that looks super healthy, and that's where you're going to find all that sneaky sugar. So for a lot of us, I feel like it starts to slip back in, and these challenges are awesome for just kind of resetting and making sure that our new favorite bar, my personal one, was Perfect Bar. I found out it had 20 grams, and I had been eating it really regularly, and so it's kind of blowing my sugar for the day. I wanted to demonstrate also, kind of give you an idea of how to weigh out those fruits and veggies. So I brought a scale. If you don't have a food scale and you've never used one, it's really an inexpensive investment, and this will help you to get a good idea of your protein measurements also. And so it's really helpful. You will turn it on, and then you can put your bowl or plate, whatever you have on there, and press tare. And I have mine set for grams, and then I brought the very slim pickings that I had left in the refrigerator at this point in time while I'm waiting on my grocery delivery. And I'm just going to demonstrate like how I can quickly kind of take a look at my day. That's just about 60 grams right there of sugar snap peas that are really fast on the go snacks, like these baby carrots. I snack on stuff like this all the time. I'm going to throw an apple in there, and I'm getting close to 400 grams. Got a bell pepper that I could chop up and cook, and I haven't even really put in broccoli or things that I would love to be cooking, and I'm already adding cherries and grapes, quickly accumulating that 600 grams. So this is over a whole day right here, and looks like a snack to me.
Yeah.
So it sounds, it's something you can cook the fruits. You can cook the fruits and vegetables. You can sprinkle them out throughout your day. But in the beginning, if you just take a little time up front to do a couple measurements, maybe stick them in a container and have a couple 100-gram snack that you snack on through the day, and then know that you're getting a couple of servings of vegetables with your meals through the day, then you'll quickly get to that. And that's going to help to satiate you and fill your belly so that you're not having as much cravings for the processed stuff that we're trying to get off of.
Mm-hmm. One fun thing too, even though this might seem like a lot of rules and a lot of constraint, they say that constraint breeds creativity. And one of my favorite things about doing these nutrition challenges is that even if you've done a challenge before, every time you kind of find new life hacks. For instance, there are other ways you can get around kind of the added sugars. You just have to be diligent and look for healthy options, and you'll find them. They're kind of like Easter eggs. A couple of my favorites are Lily's chocolate. Lily's chocolate is sweetened with monk fruit sweetener, I believe. It has 0 grams of added sugar, and it is delicious. It's great chocolate if you're chocolate lovers like us. Another one of my favorites, because I personally love sugary cereal. Last time we did one of these challenges, I discovered this brand of granola called Sola Granola. It only has 2 or 3 grams of added sugars in it per serving, and it's delicious. That with a little bit of unsweetened almond milk, and it kind of satisfies that craving for a sugary snack late at night.
Yeah, and what I love about doing this as a community and having the app is I can see what Corinne's eating through the day, and she posts Sola Granola, like, I discovered this, and shares it with the group, so it makes it a lot of fun. You can find and share hacks, unless you're crazy competitive and you're trying to
and then you share nothing.
Sabotage everyone else. But it does make it fun because we do find things that are lower in added sugars or little treats to kind of get through and create a good smoothie or protein hacks, things like that. So it's a lot of fun to do it as a group.
Yeah. So just to recap nutrition, your nutrition's the biggest part of the 7 habits. It's the biggest habit that we're focusing on. It's worth 6 points a day. There are 3 pillars. If you hit all 3, you get all 6 points. If you hit 2, you get 3 points. If you hit 1 or 0, sadly, you get 0 points. To start, you're going to need to get measurements and maybe a body scan if you're up for it. Take progress pictures at the beginning. That's the beginning of your progress. Before you start dieting, if you're comfortable, and then join us on Monday for 100 burpees for time. That's our biggest habit. The other ones we'll talk about pretty quickly, and we'll just touch on each one. So each of the following habits, except for the seventh one, is going to be worth 2 points. So you can earn 2 points every day by completing one of these healthy habits. The next one we'll talk about is exercise. In order to get those exercise points, we're asking for just 30 minutes a day of exercise every day. So you exercise for 30 minutes. Could be a walk outside, could be a hike, could be coming to a CrossFit class. That'll get you your 2 points for exercise a day.
Yeah, and I think that this is another good opportunity where a lot of us maybe we have a day or two where we don't come to the gym at all, and maybe we end up not doing anything at all. But during these challenges, it gives you a little extra motivation to earn those points. Maybe take that longer walk or hike or yoga class on a recovery day, something like that. So I have found that I want the points, and I will do extra work and maybe take a longer walk.
The next one is hydration. We are asking that to get your 2 hydration points for the day, you drink 50% of your body weight in ounces of water. And this is a bare minimum, you guys. For instance, I am a 165-pound female, so that's 80 ounces of water a day. That if I'm sweating and exercising, which I regularly am, especially through this challenge, that's the bare minimum of water. If you get more water, awesome. All right, but we're asking for at least 50% of your body weight in water. You can count coconut water and herbal tea as water. What's our stance on LaCroix?
I think it needs to be water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no LaCroix, you guys. We'll say no to all carbonated beverages then. And
you can have it, but it doesn't count towards water.
Right. You can have it, but it doesn't count towards your water credit. And beverages with caffeine, same thing. You can have them, but they don't count towards your water credit for the day. So coffee does not count, and caffeinated teas do not count.
Yeah, a lot of folks find just carrying a water bottle or a gallon jug or something with the amount of water they need for the day, or maybe you have a 32-ounce water bottle and you know you need to fill it twice for the day if you're like a 130-pound female. That is a great way to make sure you get it done. And also, I recommend starting your morning with an 8-ounce glass of water. I read it, and it kind of changed my morning routine a lot, and it just helps to get everything moving, digestive system. It's a really good way to start your day, and if you just kind of tell yourself, I have to have that glass of water before I have my coffee or anything, it's a good little motivator to get a glass down.
The next healthy habit is mobility. We are asking that you guys do 10 minutes of mobility a day to get that mobility credit, to get those 2 points. And again, you guys, that is a bare minimum. Mobility could be stretching or dynamic movement. If you want help with mobility, your coaches are always happy to help take you guys over to the Ready State. It's an awesome program that I hope everyone knows about, but some people don't. On the TV in our mobility corner at the gym, you can go on there, and Kelly Starrett, who's a world-class physical therapist, if you don't know who he is, will guide you through mobility videos. Each one of them is about 5-10 minutes long. You do a couple of those, boom, you get your mobility for the day. If it's easier for you to sit in front of the TV at night and do mobility for 10 minutes, you can do that as well. Mobility, like I said, could be foam rolling on a lacrosse ball, doing PVC work. It's not just static stretching.
Yeah, banded work also, and you can use a lot of things around the house as well. You don't have to go and buy fancy equipment, lacrosse ball, tennis ball, softball, piece of fruit.
Yeah.
All kinds of things around the house.
Water bottle.
And just apply pressure. Yeah, water bottle works great, actually. That's a good point.
The next category we have is supplementation. Now, this category is kind of wide open, and so it's really important that you meet with your coaches when you're getting set up, getting those waist measurements, whatever, to set up your particular goal. So what that looks like for me is I'm going to make sure I take my fish oil and my magnesium every day. And that's it. It could be really simple. Maybe you take a multivitamin and you drink your BCAAs every day. That's your supplementation goal. So again, talk to your coaches. Let us know what you want to work on, what you want your goals to be, and we'll make sure that they're appropriate.
Yes. Fish oil or omega-3s is probably our most standard recommendation. Vitamin D and magnesium, possibly calcium or multivitamin. But this is just designed to get you into that habit of making that part of your routine. And we'll also allow, if you just want to do a protein beverage after a workout and commit to that and make sure you get in that routine, that's another one that you can use as supplementation.
The sixth healthy habit that we have is lifestyle, and this is actually probably my favorite one of the healthy habits. The lifestyle challenge will be different every week. There will be 5 challenges released over the course of this, or 5 lifestyle challenges released over the course of the KickStart challenge. And it could be something kind of menial that you might not think about that is not fitness or food related. So for instance, it could be organizing a space in your house. It could just be a shelf. It could be a drawer that you neglect. Or maybe it is writing a handwritten note each day to someone. There are little things like that that just kind of improve mindfulness and make you stop and think. And it can be really eye-opening and it's fun. It usually leads to good deeds. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the first week focus will be gratitude. And that's arguably just one of the best ways to start your day. So you'll get to do different little practices of gratitude that will be suggested throughout the week, and then you get points for those. So it's, again, motivating.
Yes, you get points for being grateful. The 7th habit is sleep. Now, remember, nutrition is worth 6 points. Every other habit is worth 2 points if you complete it daily. Sleep is potentially worth 4 points. Here's how that works. If you get 6 to 7.99 hours of sleep a night, you'll get 2 points for sleep. If you get 8 or more hours of sleep, you get 4 points. So by sleeping a little extra, making sure you get more than 8 hours of sleep, you could potentially earn 2 extra points a day.
Right. So we get a lot of, that's one of the biggest hurdles I think that a lot of people face is their lifestyle makes it really difficult for sleep. So again, this is an area where coaches are happy to step in and give you tips and hacks, often turning the phones off earlier, the blue screens, the television. A lot of people will try to say that they are a person that can operate well on under 6 hours of sleep. But science shows that there is a minuscule percentage of the population that actually is accurate about. So I don't think that we have that many people in the gym that it will actually apply to. So this is the base of the pyramid for health and wellness. Your hormones will not function optimally. So it doesn't matter how much exercise or CrossFit or even how well you're eating if you're not getting a baseline amount of sleep, and deep sleep in particular. We know alcohol impacts that. We know the screens impact it. So take this 40 days and try to get yourself to bed earlier. The leaderboard on Wodify Rise will possibly be a good motivator. Trying to get those points and just spending this next 40 days really dialing it in a little bit and seeing what kind of changes it can affect is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of leaderboard, let's break down the point system. So there are a maximum of 20 points that you can win every day if you get a perfect score on all 7 habits. In addition to those 20 daily points, you have 6 weekly points that you can earn in addition to your 20 points from each day. And then there will be 5 points awarded for attending seminars that we will host at the gym throughout the challenge. You'll get 5 bonus points for attending each one of those 5 workshops. So here's how the daily points break down. 6 potential points for nutrition, 3 if you get 2 out of the 3 categories, and if you get 1 or 0 out of the 3 categories, you get 0 points.
Let me just chime in. On Rise, on your app, it's going to ask you, and so it's going to be really evident. You don't have to remember this. It's just going to be check off, did you get all of yours, or middle, or only 0 or 1, and it'll calculate for you.
Yes, and the app's super user-friendly. It's really easy to navigate. You get 2 points for exercise, mobility, hydration, supplementation, and lifestyle. There's a potential 4 points that you can win for sleep. 2 points if you get 6 to 7.99 hours. 4 points if you get 8 or more hours. Your 2 weekly point opportunities will come from submitting weekly measurements. So get that waist measurement and get progress photos in each week. And each one of those things will give you 3 points. If you log it into the app, like Emily said, the app knows how many points to give you when you submit photos and when you enter your waist measurement. So you'll be automatically awarded those points. And then the bonus points, each time we have a workshop, you'll be able to say that you attended and earn 5 points for attending each one of those workshops.
Right. So if the goal for you is to try to actually win this thing, we do have well over $1,000 in prizes from some amazing partners. And the way we will look at a combination of your point structure, you will be required to send in a testimonial. It's really simple. I think it's a half-page written or a 1-minute video, and just talking about the results or some highlights of your challenge, and that's necessary to be eligible for the prizes. But basically, we look at the points, we look at the results, the changes that you may have seen from your fitness test, and your metrics, and also just your energy level, how you played the game. We studied, games and how they motivate human nature and stuff, and that's why we designed it to be like a game. So it should be a lot of fun. We want this to be a good time. It's community based, and hopefully everyone will gain a lot of great habits, get back into some great habits starting the new year off right.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
I think so.
We'll be sending out more videos soon. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.